Okay, so in this video I wanted to show you how to quickly reset your switch kit. If it's not charging or it's got some other issue, one of the first things to try is to reset it back to factory settings. There is more content at the end of this video relating to cruise control and a little experiment I tried as well. But let's get on with the reset because you might be out cycling around and your kit's not working, and this may help. So switch on, press and hold the circle and that switches it on. Then press and hold the plus and the circle together and you get default or DEFN. Press plus to change that to default yes, and press and hold the circle until it reboots. There you go. So now that's reset. What I can do now is just to show you that it has reset. Press and hold the plus and the minus. Press and hold the minus and the circle. And this is how you change the wheel size and also the maximum speed. So the maximum speed on mine is set to 20 miles an hour and the wheel size is 26 inch. That's what I ordered and that was what was printed on the silver sticker. If I want to change this, so let's change the speed down to, I think the lowest it goes to is 12. Yeah, 12 kilometers an hour. And let's store that value in. And just to show that the reset works, so let's press the plus and the minus together, press the minus and the circle together, and you can see 26 inch and then 12 kilometers an hour. Obviously that's way too slow, and if I want to change that value I can, but also I can just reset it. So let's switch it off, switch it on again, press and hold the circle to switch it on, press and hold the plus and the circle together, default N, so we say plus to change it to default yes, press and hold the circle. There you go, and now that's reset. Let's just switch the light on to make it look even better. So you press and hold the plus to turn the light on and off. And now if I show you that the defaults have been set back in, plus and minus together, press and hold minus and circle together. So 26 inch and 32 kilometers an hour or 20 miles per hour. So the test I'm going to do, I'm going to go out on my bike, I'm going to fit the throttle control, which has now become a cruise control because it stays where you put it. But that's quite good for the test that I'm going to do because I'm going to lie to the switch kit. I'm going to set it to 15.5 and then with that I'm going to lower the wheel size from 26 inch down to a smaller size and see if it lets me go faster than the 15.5 miles an hour, because obviously if it thinks it's got a smaller wheel it'll have to rotate faster to get you the same speed, but it'll actually be rotating my 26 inch wheel. So let's see if we can get it the kit restricted at 15.5 miles an hour, which is what I'm going to put it at. I'm going to see if that will go faster than that by basically lying about the wheel size. Now let's just have a look. Convert 15.5 miles per hour to kilometers per hour. Okay, so if we say 25, let's press and hold the plus and the minus, press and hold the minus and the circle, and so we're going to change the speed to 25 and press and hold. So it's currently set to 26 inch wheel and 25 kilometers an hour, which is 15.5 miles per hour roughly. So what I'm going to do is go out, try it in a car park, see if it gets me up to 15.5 and that's it, but then see what happens by changing the wheel size smaller and also show you what I mean by cruise control. Alright, let's go. Now let's try 16 inch wheel. Okay, so it's definitely misreporting the speed now. You can see the phone is consistently faster than the switch kit. So the key is the bike thinks it's going slower than it actually is. So yeah, you can definitely see that the switch kit thinks it's doing 7.5 miles per hour, whereas my phone is registering 11. So I'm going to do the throttle on max. I'm going to get it up to about 10 miles an hour and then see how fast the throttle lets me go. That's what we're doing now. So I'm doing 10 miles an hour, throttle on, and we'll see when it cuts out Right, so the watts are still in. It says 16 on my speedo. 17, watts are still in. 18. 19, still watts in. 20. Okay, so it definitely took me up to 20, even though this is restricted to what would be 15.5 miles an hour. So let's switch it. Let's take the speed restriction off now. We'll leave it on 16-inch wheels. So we're on 40 kilometers now. So 16-inch wheels, 40 kilometers an hour, which works out to be about 32 miles per hour. Now obviously I'm sure this bike isn't going to do that sort of speed, but it's just more to see if changing that wheel size does mean that the motor thinks it wants to go faster. So really you're letting it go to a higher speed again. So while I'm here, I was doing my Scott bike, and the reason I haven't done my Scott bike is basically because it's a 26-inch wheel on a 700C frame, so it means that the brakes don't match up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some droppers in to make some ordinary BMX caliper brakes fit that wheel. So I'll have dual brakes on my Scott, or I might change the forks on it, but the head tube is very, very long on it, so I don't think I've got anything that's properly going to fit, but I'll have a look at that. But so the Scott is going to wait for a bit because I've got a load of other things to do, and when I've done all that, then I will have a go at converting the Scott. And also I've got another 1987 Rally Pursuit that I want to convert, but that will be really easy. But I'm waiting for, well, seems strange to say I'm waiting for decent weather, but it's a bit up and down at the moment. It's nice today, so that's the reason I put it back on this bike, my Giant, because I'm happy to ride this in all weathers. So I'm going to get it up to 10 miles an hour again, and this is with it set to the maximum 40 kilometers an hour, 32 miles per hour, and it's thinking it's got 16-inch wheels. So let's see what we can get. So we're up to 10, 12, well, let's go a bit more, and now throttle control's on now. 16. The watts is still kicking in. 17, 18, 19, and it still seems to be a maximum of around about there. It doesn't seem to have made any difference. So this is the cruise control I was on about. So if I push that down, you can see it stays where it is. So now I'm doing no effort, no work. I don't even have to use my thumb. But it's just because it's on a curve of the bar. If I put it on the straight bit, it works fine again. So I'm going to put it back to default because it looks like the limitation is that the wheel doesn't really allow you to go beyond a certain, I guess the speed that the wheel is turning is the maximum that it will do, and so whatever you do around about 20 is going to be all it's going to power you to, but just because of the small 250 watt motor, which is absolutely fine and it works really well. But this test was just to see if you could get a bit more speed. So I'm suspecting on the Bromptons with those the slightly different motor, I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference. I don't think you're going to be able to get it to go any faster because I think the limitation is the power of the battery and the motor combined. So I'll just show you how the throttle control, so as I say at the moment, well, let's turn it off, it stays where it is. Wherever you put it, it stays where it is because it's on the curve of the handlebar. So if I loosen it, move it back over that curve and onto a straight part. I'm pretty sure, because I tried this earlier on. Yeah, so it works fine. So that flicks back now. So that's all it is. It's let's tighten that up. So if you want cruise control, all you have to do is put it on a curved part of the handlebar, but I'm back on ordinary throttle control now. Anyway, I hope this helps, and thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.